The greatest, healthiest things you can do used correctly.
Because you were saying it keeps you away from the filth, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Some days, I don't know, I saw Antoine Valliant and I did once. You want to just do Smith for the next 3 moves?
I don't care.
Yeah, it's a good shock.
Right.
But there's something about barbell row Smiths that it's like you can't wait too long. But it's hit a movement.
Right.
When it's a body or some point with a muscle, it's not so important. I hate this shit. I'm actually going to walk it back. This isn't, people leaving dumbbells all over the place. Doing a variation today. Since there's too many you-know-whats handsing around the power rocks, we're going to do the Smith machine. Smith machine rows have their place. Yeah, exactly. Mr. Eddie Guerrero, a Walmart version of Eddie Guerrero.
Everybody's Walmart now.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Walmart Braads. You notice that?
Well, one thing you ought to respond to that is who takes in a bigger gross? Walmart, right? It's not Abercrombie & Fitch, it's Walmart. They're the billion, trillion dollar money maker, so.
One thing about Walmart, if you ever think about this country going to war again, walk through a Walmart and look at what this country's become, we're fucked.
Absolutely. 100%. Delay and inevitable. It's sad.
Imagine going to war with you-know-who and you got those coming up and chopping you with swords.
And they're big now. They're growing because they decided, guess what, to start eating more meat. And they're getting taller and bigger and stronger. I mean, look at Nate, for instance. He's actually should have been deported a long time ago.
Well, this says, why don't you come and try to overpower me?
Shout out to Antoine Valliant, my personal favorite bodybuilder now from Ontario, Canada. Subscribe to his channel. And big Mike Van Wick, the ex-CFL football player. Good trainer.
I got this shirt on the way up here. I'm outgrowing an XL. I look like Porky the Pudge.
Send some shirts for Rob, maniacs. To the P.O. box. Rob needs some shirts.
Shirts and shrugs. You know, a lot of maniacs in the comments, they say Rob seems better now that he's sober. Well, I'm not sober, but definitely better. I mean, I went through a very, very rough couple of months last year that I'll open up about maybe on the podcast, and I know I was mentioned in the podcast, McLeod said Rob found Jesus, and there's definitely truth to that, although me and Lenny aren't, say, going to church every day.
We're doing what Jesus said, love your neighbor as yourself.
That's simple. And then keeping some of the basic things, like, you know, if you have a girlfriend, don't cheat on them. You have a wife, don't cheat on them. I strongly believe in just do the common sense thing to be a better person. And, you know, us with our silly call-outs, there's nothing malicious behind it. I don't have any hatred for anybody, even somebody like Jay Masters.
No, absolutely not.
And the way I justify us doing this goofy stuff is it is filling a need and it is filling a void for a lot of people out there. So,
and another thing, my nephew told me this, is a very wise man. He was required to study the Quran, the Bible, the Torah, study Buddhism, study philosophers. There's great ones, Schopenhauer, Nietzsche. Listen to what they have to say. These are not this mindless stupidity that seems to get hits like that preacher with a tattooed face,
right,
that I keep hearing about. Is absolutely no contribution to mankind but stupidity. Let's go. Schopenhauer, look him up.
And I have a strong belief, you know, if you keep getting hit with real bad luck, that may be God's way of telling you to take a look at yourself, see how you're acting towards others, how you're treating other people, and make a few changes. Doesn't mean that you have to become a priest or a reverend, but just treat other people how you want to be treated, and overall just be a good person and help others as much as you're able to.
Priests and reverends anymore.
Right.
The knowledge is out there. That's a cookie cutter racket, obviously.
Right.
Most of them.
I actually talked to a priest, and this kind of exposed it, because with someone who remained nameless, how they've been divorced before, I wanted to know if a marriage would be possible through the Catholic Church. And basically the conclusion that I got was, yeah, as long as you pay this amount of money, yeah. So
An annulment, basically. They used to do
right.
things called, I forget what it's called in the Middle Ages, to go to heaven, you paid this certain money. You were guaranteed. What? I gotta find the term. See if you can leave a comment what they used to call that.
Did you ever see the guy? This is actually very interesting. I think his name is Gabriel. He's an evangelist. Maybe it's not John Ramirez. He used to be a devil worshiper, and he said he would talk to the devil, and then he went to hell, and then now he's always around preaching. Have you seen that guy?
I've heard of him.
Yeah, very interesting.
I'll have to look him up.
But you got to be cautious, because a lot of these. He did a Zoom call one night, and it's, bless you this, bless you that. And then at the end, he's like, I know a lot of you are struggling financially. I'm working with this company you guys can all work for. And then you end up having to pay the company $200 for training. So you don't know. A lot of these people, you got to watch out with their intentions, and don't look up to other people as if they're your gateway to God. You have it in yourself. You don't need anybody else.
Remember, man, there's nothing wrong with giving. There's financial costs. People have to eat, production costs. You need equipment to get the message out there.
Right.
So if you believe in something you want to give, that's a good thing. This is capitalism.
Right.
But look at it. Is this guy driving a too expensive car, or some kind of designer suits that are really not realistic? Then you think to yourself, what his motivation is.
Unnecessary.
But if somebody wants to eat the finest of foods, be healthy, that's a good thing.
If you think about it, all these people driving Maseratis, driving all these things, if they made the small sacrifices to downgrade and help everybody out, if everybody just did a tiny, tiny bit to help out somebody less fortunate than them, this world would be a greater place. But
yes, just like Rolls-Royce, they say their car are the finest motor cars for those who have the money.
Right.
It's not a necessity.
So you hear that, Aaron Singerman? Sell your Rolls Royce and give us the money.
Palumbo always talked about, don't buy my supplements if you're not taking the essentials.
Right.
He always said that. He's never, certain things are a luxury item, they're not really totally necessary.
Well, you can tell Dave doesn't do that for money.
No, good products. I mean, his fiber life beats any fiber I ever took.
Right.
That stuff will clean you out like you wouldn't believe. You feel 100% better. Great protein, pure. Don't go wrong with people like that. And of course, BJ. I admire him for continuing to push gray market supplements, even the ones that weren't legal, but he did it because they were effective. And with his liposomal technology, I believe it's effective. It makes a lot of sense. So definitely, hats off. I literally feel like I want to drop after every set, but that's a good thing.
But that's a good thing.
Like I said, the old World Gym I was traveling out, man, there was a big ball here.
Yeah.
And it was in my leg. I kicked it, and it hit this PM right in the smack in the side of the face. And he got up. He was big too, over 6 foot, 250.
Yeah, yeah.
He looked around and he saw it was me. He just started laughing. Hey, you heard him. Wow. It was hilarious. He's supposedly an orthodontist now, but he looked like King Kong, so I don't see that happening. You got pansies taking up the squat racks, and you can't even. Oh, there you go. That's a trick, maniacs. How to get high. Natural high. All right, look at Rob and look at this pansy. Look at the weight and look at the size. That says it all. And he's got his headphones in. Here you go.
Not happening.
That's all right. Go down to a 10. It's a big chunk of that's a little load of what's that over under today? I don't recommend ever doing over under on anything, even to move the weight.
I'll make up for it next time.
Yeah, I know you will. But you went heavier. What in the hell am I? Do you know how to speak anymore?
I'm disappointed. My father got the...
Did he catch the you know what?
No.
What are your thoughts?
Disappointed. Very
Me
disappointed.
too, I am.
But he had very bad, severe pneumonia. So, he's worried about it. And, my mother, I talk to her all the time to keep a good relationship. And she was telling me, oh, no, I'll never get it. I'll never get it. She's the one who convinced him to do it. But you know what? He's very old school. And with him, it's a mind over matter. It won't affect him, I don't think,
I hope not. But does he get sick often?
He won't tell me. Because I'm down here, I don't think they want me to worry. But he'll randomly call me and be like, yeah, I got surgery Saturday. It's like, oh, thanks for letting me know.
No.
He's a diabetic also, his hands are numb.
I'm not out of the numb hands, but the extremities. I wonder about that. Loss of muscle.
He's got that thing on his
Yes.
the pump, the insulin pump.
I was told to get that. I don't know.
That's got to be the most uncomfortable. Speaking of being uncomfortable,
Yeah.
having that on your stomach all the time when you're trying to sleep and shit.
Yeah. Well, I've added 10 units of Novolin, what I'm going to inject as soon as this workout's over. I was fine blood sugar-wise last night, but I did get cool at some points.
Yeah.
And then I got hot later. But my concern with they're going to force us to get it with employment. They're going to be able to take a little monitor and see if you have it or not. Goodbye. You're gone.
You're right. You're
I don't
absolutely
like
right.
that. That's coming. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm thinking a strategy. But I don't want to do it.
I don't think, people say, oh, it's the mark of the beast. I don't believe that because I think that would have to be something more obvious that it's,
you know what I think it is? Once they put the micro, whether you don't or not, that's the mark of the beast. The micro, which they do with animals already, the size of less than a grain of rice.
Right.
To me, that's it, clearly. And my thing is they're going to do that without our knowledge.
Well, that's why people don't want
That's why I agree with you on that, because I'm not going to go on saying the polio I had as a child, which you had,
Right.
is the mark of the beast. But computer, yes, trying to smuggle into or openly throw into that shopping cart.
What, ring pops?
Yeah.
No, he wanted the ice pops.
Oh.
I'm surprised Dave lets his kids eat that shit, aren't you?
Me too. I'm surprised.
I'm surprised they're not getting all organic ice cream with no sugar, stevia ice cream.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised, but his kids are pretty healthy looking and strong. Is it right?
No, go ahead.
We'll spin it. All right, these are Smith machine racked eggs. I'm inspired by Antoine, Valliant, Big Mike Van Wick.
I'm inspired by something else that I don't even name it.
Yeah.
But yeah, but no.
All right, Braun. Some warm up. Braaad's got a similar shirt next to the little white boy. He's got a very similar Miami Hurricane shirt. There's a lot of talent in here, isn't there?
It actually is.
What? Same look. Same talk. What? Can I have your phone? Drop dead. In your dreams. Got Braaad's PJ's old dancing music in one of those Connecticut gay clubs. Gay techno, PJ style.
He was fist pumping.
Yeah,
Admittedly, I was too, so I can't give him too much.
I did too. Well,
I was getting kicked out of clubs every night. There was one club they would have beer pong, and I would go in there all drunk, whatever, messed up. And if they wouldn't let me play, me and my buddy would stand there, and every time they'd shoot the ball, I'd swat it halfway across the club. They're like, you out. No problem.
Wouldn't care to divulge the name of those clubs?
They changed the name of it like every time they get a lawsuit.
Yeah.
That one was the Lazy Lizard. Used to be Hammerjacks.
Oh.
I went there when I was 15 years old, and we felt like we were the coolest kids in
How
school.
did you get into a club at 15?
Connections. So we felt like the coolest kids in school because we were in a nightclub at 15. We didn't do anything. We didn't drink nothing at that age, but
Being around older girls at 15 is a fizz. Doesn't get any better than that.
I got some shitty idea at 17 years old. You just go to this place in the hood, and they just print out a card that basically just says Connecticut and your name. They're watching me fill out the form, and I didn't plan like what name I was going to use. So I wrote Robert, and then there's a line for last name. And they're watching me, and they're like, you don't know your last name? And I'm like, this one sounds... It was Robert Miller was my fake ID name.
Sounds good.
Yeah, and I had a mohawk.
Are you related to attorney Scott Miller?
Could have been. I'm coming for that inheritance, Scott. Put me on the will.
We got some business coming for you, Scotty. We got settlements due to us.
The Lazy Lizard. And then there's another one, I forget the name of it, but I remember just ordering drinks and they forgot to start a tab and just walking out. That wasn't that bad, but
I understand PJ named one of his lizards a lazy lizard because when he injects it with it doesn't crawl up his ass like it used to. He took the hamster idea and the paper towel roll and utilized a lizard because he's more experienced. So.
Hey, maniacs, I got to do some homework assignment for you. Since you know who, Mr. Palumbo, stopped lifting and is just sitting around all day, we're gonna crown him the Lazy Lizard. Blow it up, blow his Instagram up, till he starts a new one, the Lazy Lizard. Oh shit! I forgot what I was doing for a second. I got a good, real quick, a good story. One time I got kicked out because there was this kid who used to always have big house parties. One of my friends there must have took Fiberlize because he got drunk, passed out, and shit his pants. And there was this one kid, Nick, who was telling everybody, "Oh, so and so shit their pants." So they saw each other at this nightclub. And my buddy's like, should I go hit him? Should I go hit him? I was like, yeah. Antagonizing it like the maniacs know I'm a good antagonizer. And they started fighting, and I got kicked out for it for some reason. Maybe that's my karma. 5-10 years later, and I'm shitting my pants on the way home from work.
That will do it. It makes shit, and you can't stop it. Don't know if that's good or bad, but it's not good in the car.
Maybe I should save my lower back for the fucking couch.
Yeah.
I'm ready to get into this.
Mine's still messed up. I'm going to see what I could do with 4 plates.